Hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to the Beggars Woodshop. You probably saw the thumbnail of this video and thought, what is that? Well, surprisingly, it does have a name. How do you pronounce that? I'll show you what it is and how to make one coming up right here on the Beggars Woodshop. We're here in the kitchen for a reason. Let's focus. You're baking something, or cooking, whatever the case may be. Open up your oven, put in your item, everything's cooking. Great, great. Oh wait, it's at that point I've got to check the item, which means I have to open my item and pull it out. Well wait, that's hot. How do I pull out the grate? Oh wait, I'll use another mitt or a pot holder. I'll pull that out. Now check it. Push it back in, close the oven. But that's a little tricky. Why? Well, it's pretty hot. There must be an easier way. And there is. This? Yes, of course. How does this little piece of wood work? I'll show you. We open up our oven, and using the little hook, voila! And then to put it back. It's as simple as that. We've had this one forever and a day. As you can tell, it has a little break up here at the top. At least I hope you can tell. This is not the greatest colored kitchen, or the greatest lighting. Well, back at Christmas time, I needed to make another one of these. And so I did. Now, it's a little bit thicker, but part of that is the wood we had was a little cupped, yet it worked, being a little thicker. Even gave it a nice little piece. So we're gonna go ahead and make another one of these today. Now, because of how hot it is, I've had to have a fan blowing, which means I'm gonna have to narrate this entire thing, which is going to be a lot of fun. All right, I'll meet you out in the garage. I think I'm gonna make dinner. Hey everyone, I just want to take a pause here from whatever it is I'm working on, just to say one thing. Thank you. Thank you for your support of this channel. From your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, your views, and sharing this out there with other people. I thank you. You've helped this channel grow. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what I'd be doing. Of course, I'd also like to thank those of you who've supported in other ways, from equipment, be it here for the shop, or for being able to film these projects, as well as those who have contributed financially. There's a GoFundMe link down in the description below, so thank you to all of you who have contributed that way, but also personally, those of you that know me. So again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for helping this channel grow, and I hope to continue to bring you content that you enjoy. Now, let's get back to whatever it is I'm doing. As I said, it's so bloody hot out there. I had to keep a fan on, and well, I didn't want the fan blowing at the camera. Alright, I got here a piece of canary wood, and I've gone ahead and sanded it down, and making sure I got rid of anything that needs to get removed, including wax. Now I'm going to take the old push stick, we'll call it just a push stick for now, just to trace the pattern. I had to do a little finicking just to get the extra points from what's broken off, so it doesn't have to be perfect, just looks nice. Alright, I'm going to start by drilling a couple of holes, one for the place to put a little string or piece of leather, one for the grabbing, and one for the pushing. But before I go chopping and hacking, we gotta take a minute to talk about safety. Read the manuals that come with your power tools. The more you understand and follow those safety rules, the less likely you are to cause personal injury either to yourself or someone else. Hearing protection is a must. We don't want to go deaf while we're still young. But of course, the greatest protection you can take? Eye protection. You will be thankful the day these come in handy. Let's just hope it never does. Alright, let's get started. Now that I've got the holes drilled, it's off to the bandsaw, and we're gonna cut out the shape. Now normally when I cut out a shape on the bandsaw, I try to stay outside of the line, just so I could sand and finish later. This is one of those cases where I'm going to try, but probably end up missing the line completely on the inside, or even just cutting off the line altogether. As long as it's smooth, I don't fully care. It just has to look nice. Remember, we're actually getting 2 out of this one piece, so this is going to take me a little bit of time. Now it's back to the drill press, only this time I've installed a sanding drum. Now I'm going to sand everything nice and smooth along the edges as best I can. I'll have to do some hand sanding in a couple of places. Now I've tilted the piece up just a little bit, take off the edges so that when it's gripped, you have a nice smooth curve instead of something hard. And a little hand sanding, and of course a little machine sanding, just to make it smooth. Okay, let's apply a little wax to this thing. Now I'll make sure that wax is food safe. Now those turned out pretty nice, I'd say. Now from here I've got to wipe them down, and of course apply a nice wax finish that's food safe, and it will soon look like this one, which is the one we currently use in our kitchen. These are great for anyone who likes to cook or bake. You know, I got a friend of mine, I know she loves to cook. I think I'll give her one of these. Yeah. I think she'd like that. Well, I better get some wax on these things then. And that's all I got for right now, so hopefully I will see you next time, right here, in the Beggars Woodshop.